Sup guys, it's Beyond Side again. I figured I'd do this on my oh, forget it. I have no choice in hiding it. I have no choice. I have to say it. I decided to do this on my phone again for maybe the next to last time. I don't know. But, yeah, I bet a lot of people. I'm gonna not yawn. I'm on camera. Literally on camera. But yeah, I mean, I think you got my face perfectly. Who cares? But yeah, someone's excited about the Spider-Man Bop It. And actually, I am going to do something a little bit different. Not only is there a Spider-Man Bop It coming out, not only is there a new Spider-Man film coming out, but on Disney Junior, there is a new kids show called Spidey and His Amazing Friends. Well, I do not like it. I am glad I don't because, well, I mean, it's for kids. It's a new generation. But guess what? Back in the 80s, about 40 years ago, there was a similar show, but it was called Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Although it had different characters, it has a similar title. It has new characters. One that's Miles Morales, which, if you don't know, that was the new version of Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse film with a bunch of, Spider-Man and with a bunch of universes with Spider-Man in them, and it was kind of cool. However, this new show has a new take on Spider-Man. This time, it's a kid, a literal kid voicing Spider-Man. A literal kid voicing Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is a kid, so that makes perfect sense. Usually Spider-Man, his alter ego, Peter Parker, is a teenager, because his Uncle Ben died. The story was that, Spider-Man was inspired he was not inspired, but he had no choice. He had to balance a school life, like a high school life, and his superhero life as well. I read a Braille book back in the day, like in 2007 or something, that literally explained his backstory. It explained, like, Peter was a shy teenager in school, but then, I'd have to find the actual, the book exists. The book exists. I think it's, just a book called Spider-Man. It just talks about his origin. Every comic superhero has to have an origin of some sort. And apparently this new show, Spidey and His Amazing Friends, is a new take. Kind of like how Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had a new take on the Ninja Turtles, but they weren't actual kids. They were still teenagers, although younger teenagers. They weren't all, 15 or whatever the age they were, normally. There's this, computer called Webster. I'm not kidding. and they have watches with the that are comlinks. I found this out in the first short of Meet Spidey and His Amazing Friends. And yes, there's a short series of 11 shorts in one season. The entire series is going to be different. It's going to be 11 minutes in length. Has anybody ever seen Spider-Man this way before? I bet none of you have. Well, it's different. It's for kids. It's made for kids. It's a new take. I can take it. I mean, I've seen Spider-Man before, whether it be Spider-Man toys from McDonald's back in the 2000s. I think in this iteration of the Spider-Man TV show, Uncle Ben would have already been killed or whatever. Anyways, back to that origin in that story. It said that Uncle Ben was killed by a burglar. I mean, by a burglar, like, you know, someone who like robbed someone's house or whatever, like a burglar, whatever. It doesn't matter. Kind of weird to pronounce, but anyways. Sure hope that alarm goes off. There we go. Someone else had alarm. But yeah, that was actually my review for today. Was going over the Spider-Man thing. It's a very kid-like thing. Sure, Spider-Man villains like Doc Ock and the Green Goblin are in there. The normal Spider-Man villains you'd find: Doc Ock, Green Goblin. Although the Hulk is in this one, surprisingly, and he says Hulk smash. You know that phrase that I guess Hulk is known for. Although this time it's more appropriate. In this one, you know, Spider-Man and Ghost Spider and the other Spider-Man, which is Miles Morales, they're all kids. But Aunt May is I mean, from what it sounds like she's a young woman. In the Spider-Man series that is known as Spectacular Spider-Man, she actually has a curfew for Peter, even though it's like 16. Like, she takes care of him, and apparently in this incarnation, with this iteration, with this version of Spidey and His Amazing Friends is I mean, the series hasn't even started yet, and I'm already complaining about it. Well, from what it sounds like, I mean, they did this kind of with the Spider-Man series back in 2017, and then they had Gwen. They had a character named Gwen. Like, you know, like the Ben 10 character, but like a Marvel character. But yeah, they had Gwen Stacy as, I don't know, Spider-Woman or something. I don't know. One of them. But Seriously. I'm beginning to wonder what they're going to do for the theme. I wonder if they even have it out yet. As usual, that Spider-Man in this one was going to be a teenager, but it was going to be more kid-oriented. Well, I was right about the kid-oriented part. I was wrong about him being a teenager. he's a kid, a little kid. I mean, of course, we got to make it all kid-friendly for kids. It's way too kiddified for me. Like, I'm talking, this is for a whole new generation. This is not a teenage Spider-Man that is a kid-oriented TV show. This is a kid version of Spider-Man that is kid-oriented. I mean, Spider-Man has been around for years, even since the early 1960s. Well, scratch that, 1964. Of course, Disney has the rights to Spider-Man now. However, since they have the rights, they put Spidey and His Amazing Friends, which is a similar title to Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends back in the 80s. I could see what they did there, but I bet it's gonna be action-oriented, but like, when I mean it, I bet it's gonna have action in it, but I doubt in any way that there's not gonna be any fourth wall breaks. I mean, think about it. A kid about maybe 6, 7, 8 years old. That's usually the age of these characters, like between the ages of like 5 and 9 or 10 years old. But in this version, Spider-Man is a kid and Hulk is a, like massive superhero, I guess. I mean, I can't see, but when Spider-Man said big guy, I was thinking, he's got to be big. And his voice is a bit on the deep side. I mean, okay, Hulk is more of an adult. Like, in terms of, superheroes. I wouldn't be surprised if Iron Man appeared in the series as a kid. They could have just done Spider-Kid instead of Spider-Man. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like Spider-Kid instead of Spider-Man, but they did Spidey for obvious reasons. They wanted to make it, they made it too appealing for kids. They made it too appealing for kids. I'm talking real, ugh. I'm talking, I get this vibe like PJ Masks. Now that was a new thing. In fact, that's still going on though. I've watched a couple episodes, and I'm not kidding, I actually did. And it's real kid-oriented. The villains are kids, like Night Ninja, really? And Luna Girl, really? I mean, come on. I don't know. I mean, I I liked like one of the characters, but come on, that's stupid. And having Spider-Man as a kid just makes the whole thing worse. I mean, okay, I take it back. I mean, it's a new generation, I know it, but come on. You gotta give, like, I mean, okay. Hulk smash, I think, has been around for a while. Like the Hulk smash catchphrase thing, I think it's been around for a while. I'm not sure how long, but you know, I think usually Hulk does like a roaring thing, like Hulk smash or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to do that because then that's real, like kid appeal, like appealing for like yeah. I have no words. I don't like the show. For one, it's for kids. For two, I might watch an episode, but the shorts kind of pull me off. Because, and no, I did not say it in place of the P word that sometimes means, you know, your private parts, but I'm talking about it, like, it literally pulls me away from what Spider-Man used to be. Okay, I mean, I get it, it's for kids, but, you know, why make Spider-Man, you know, it's like making Batman a kid. They had a video like that once on YouTube, where Batman was a kid, and so was Robin. I think that was just like it wasn't like an official Batman thing. It was rather like a YouTube parody or whatever. Not a parody, but I think you know what I mean. I seriously think you know what I mean. But yeah, I seriously don't like kid shows. That Spider-Man show gave me vibes of like PJ Masks. Honestly, it like it does. Anyway, that's all for me. This is Beyond Sight, and I'm out.